The coexistence of traditional authority and the scientific method. Context and overview from the Renaissance through the modern era. Europe's intellectual landscape was never purely traditional or purely scientific. Instead, faith, classical philosophy, and reason evolved together. While the Church and Aristotelian philosophy long defined truth through revelation and hierarchy, the rise of empirical science in the 16th and 17th centuries introduced new ways of knowing. Yet for centuries these systems coexisted, overlapping in education, ethics, and intellectual inquiry. 1. Renaissance and early scientific thought. The Renaissance revived classical learning, blending Christian theology with Greco-Roman rationalism. Scholars such as Leonardo da Vinci and Copernicus pursued scientific observation while still affirming a divine creator. Universities continued teaching Aristotle and Ptolemy under church supervision, even as early humanists encouraged independent reasoning and textual analysis. This period shows coexistence rather than conflict. Science was seen as a means to better understand God's ordered universe. 2. Scientific revolution. During the scientific revolution, thinkers like Galileo Galilei, Francis Bacon, René Descartes, and Isaac Newton formalized the scientific method, emphasizing observation, experimentation, and rational deduction. Despite challenging geocentric cosmology, many scientists remained devout Christians. Newton, for example, viewed his laws of motion as revealing divine design. The Catholic Church, though it condemned Galileo in 1633, still patronized astronomy and mathematics within acceptable theological limits. Thus, traditional authority and empirical inquiry often existed in tension, but still interacted within shared intellectual institutions, such as universities and academies. 3. The Enlightenment. The Enlightenment elevated reason as the supreme method of understanding society, politics, and nature. Yet even the philosophes built on older traditions. The concept of natural law, central to Locke and Montesquieu, came from Stoic and Christian moral philosophy. Many Enlightenment thinkers sought not to destroy religion, but to purify it of superstition, creating deism, which merged rational inquiry with belief in a creator. In this way, reason reinterpreted rather than completely replaced traditional forms of knowledge. 4. Industrialization to the modern era. As science advanced, Darwin's Origin of Species, Freudian psychology, Einstein's relativity traditional authorities redefined their role. The Church promoted social and moral guidance, as seen in Pope Leo XIII's Rerum Novarum, rather than scientific explanation. Meanwhile, scientists like Gregor Mendel, an Augustinian monk, bridged the two worlds by applying empirical methods within religious life. Throughout the modern era, many Europeans continued to see faith and reason as complementary, religion addressing moral purpose, science explaining material processes. 5. Contemporary coexistence. Today, despite secularization, traditional and scientific worldviews still coexist. The Catholic Church accepts evolution as compatible with divine creation, emphasizing faith and science as two paths to truth. Ethical debates in genetics, artificial intelligence, and environmental science draw heavily on both religious morality and rational inquiry. Even in a data-driven age, traditional sources of wisdom, faith, philosophy, and humanism remain vital in guiding the use of scientific knowledge. Conclusion. From the Renaissance to the present, traditional authority and scientific reason have rarely been mutually exclusive. While the scientific method revolutionized how knowledge was discovered, traditional institutions preserved moral frameworks and educational continuity. Europe's intellectual identity thus reflects dialogue rather than destruction, a centuries-long coexistence of faith, classical thought, and empirical science shaping the modern pursuit of truth.